This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, March 18th, 2019. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Well, I hope you survived your St. Paddy's Day, and I hope you're gearing up for the Annapolis Film Festival, which does roll in on Thursday, the 21st. Here's a story that came into us late Friday morning. On March 14th, which was Thursday, there was a major drug bust on Maryland Avenue in the city of Annapolis. This was a result of the Major Offenders Unit, which concluded a 3-month investigation into controlled drug distribution occurring in Annapolis and Edgewater. They executed a warrant in the first block of Maryland Avenue and seized several bags containing suspected cocaine with a street value of $45,000, several tabs of paper suspected to be LSD, 247 alprazolam pills, estimated value of $2,400, 2,106 grams of MDMA, which is Molly or ecstasy, valued at $210,600, 176 THC cartridges, U.S. currency, a money counter, and paraphernalia. They also executed search warrants at 2 locations in Edgewater, which were storage units belonging to the same person. They found a safe containing a large amount of U.S. currency, several more bags containing MDMA valued at $52,000, and an additional 587 alprazolam pills valued at $5,870. They arrested Paul Anthony Luongo, who was 26. He resided in the first block of Maryland Avenue, and he has been charged with all sorts of drug charges there. And for those that were keeping track, the estimated value of those drugs seized was $316,344. It looks like the Anne Arundel County and the Annapolis City Police Department got a real major dealer off the streets. Not a major dealer, but a major jackass. We talked about Hunter Hardesty of Davidsonville, and when he jumped on the Pelican and videotaped it and was just being a regular jackass on his Facebook page. Well, he's maybe not acting like quite the jackass that he was, because he was arrested in Ocean City on Friday morning on a warrant from the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. Maryland State Troopers got a tip that Hardesty was holed up in a hotel in the 12,000 block of Ocean Gateway in Ocean City. He was arrested without incident, processes, and is being held without bond, awaiting extradition to Florida. Now, the state police in Berlin said that they were contacted by some concerned citizens who said they believed the individual in the video was staying at that Ocean City hotel, and troopers were told that he was bragging to them about being wanted for feeding and tackling a pelican in the Florida Keys. Hardesty also caused many issues with his former employer, who he currently lists on his Facebook page as a current employee. But the business is J.W. Frew Electric, and they really took a beating on Facebook and Yelp and all sorts of social media. And they set out to clear the record. They said that Hardesty had not worked there in years, and in fact, they made a $500 donation to the Key West Wildlife Center. Friends and relatives of a young man named Mike Millard have been searching for him since he disappeared in Severna Park at 10:30 p.m. on the 14th of March. He splits his time living between Annapolis with his mother and Stevensville with his girlfriend, and he is a type 1 diabetic who is insulin dependent. He's described as 5'7", about 140 pounds, and his car was found abandoned after a minor single-vehicle accident along Jennifer Road on Thursday evening. It's possible without medication he may be confused and disoriented. There has been no contact with family or friends, and anybody that may see him is encouraged to contact the Anne Arundel County Police at 410-222-8679. You can go to eyeonannapolis.net and see some photographs of what he does look like. We now know Annapolis City Mayor Gavin Buckley plans to choose the next police chief. It is going to be a commission of 7 people that are going to recommend a chief to the mayor, who will then present him to the council for approval. On this panel is Elizabeth Alex, who is the Director of Community Organizing for CASA, Chuck Howard, who is an Eastport resident, and he is an Assistant Maryland Attorney General and Chief of the Office of Special Counsel for Child Support Administration. Chief Lisa Myers is a Howard County Police Department chief. She was appointed in February 2019. Lon Powell is a resident of Parole, a graduate of Morgan State University, and is a community leader and has championed numerous community efforts over the years. Deputy Chief Kevin Simmons, who is Annapolis's Director of Office of Emergency Management, is on the panel, as well as Teresa Sutherland, who is the city manager. And finally, it rounds out with Reverend Stephen Tillett, who is the senior pastor of Asbury Broadneck United Methodist Church and a past president of the Anne Arundel County NAACP. There will be 4 meetings scheduled in the community listening to what the public wants in a police chief. They will take place over the next 3 weeks, but we don't have any dates set just yet. While you're over at Annapolis checking out the picture of Mike Millard, who is the missing man, take a look at the opinion piece that we just put up over the weekend. Retired Lieutenant Bill Tower of the Maryland State Police is advocating for some beefing up of the Maryland's Move Over Law. Now, if you don't know what the Maryland's Move Over Law is, listen up to this. It requires drivers to move over to a different lane if they see a police car, ambulance, tow truck, or other service vehicle on the shoulder of the road with their lights flashing. If they can't safely move over, they must slow down to a reasonable speed, and failure to do so results in a $110 fine and 1 point on your license. That fine goes to $750 if the violation results in the death or serious injury. There have been at least 3 deaths on Maryland state highways and injuries to multiple police officers in recent years. And Tower cites a study where they sampled Anne Arundel County roads, and they found that there was a staggering 1.2 violations every minute of a traffic stop. There are now technologies available on the market, video cameras, radar, and license plate reader systems that will affix to a patrol vehicle and can capture violation information in real time. The object is to be able to send the violators their first citation in the mail. This is under consideration in House Bill 1368 this year, which was heard last week by the Maryland House of Delegates. I don't know whether it's going to make it over into the Senate during crossover day, but I'm curious as to what you think about that. If you've got an opinion on whether we need a camera to send out a unmanned traffic ticket for violation of the Move Over Law, let me know. Shoot me an email at info@eyeonannapolis.net. All right, that is about it for the top news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because it does update throughout the day. We never know what's coming down the pike. Click on that first link and find out all the different ways that you can connect with us. If you're someplace where you can leave us a recommendation or review, please do that. And, of course, recommend us to your friends and colleagues. All right, now hang tight. We have George Young on deck with your local DMV weather forecast. And he's coming up right after this message from my favorite computer geeks up in Severna Park, Macmedics.
Have you ever been to the Annapolis Mall when it opens for the day? Maybe you've noticed the line of folks waiting to get into the Apple Store. As you may know, I'm a Mac user, and today's episode of the Daily News Brief, in fact, all of the episodes of the Daily News Brief have been produced right here on my Mac computer. What you might not know about is Macmedics. They were founded here in Annapolis in 1989, and they are an Apple-authorized premium service provider, the only one in the Baltimore-Annapolis, D.C. area. And what that means to you is that they repair all Apple devices, including the iPhone screens and batteries, all without an appointment. And most repairs are done the same day, usually within 2 hours. They also sell everything except the iPhone and the watch for the same price as Apple. I don't know why you would go anywhere else. Give them a call at 410-757-MACS, or if you're not into the whole letter thing, 410-757-6227. Stop by their retail store in Severna Park on Benfield Road or their service center in Lanham, right off of Route 50. Or you can always check them out online at macmedics.com. I'll tell you, they've saved me quite a few times, and I know they can save you.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, March 18th. We posted a few days ago about a nice 10-day stretch coming up with mostly dry and sunny weather, and Saturday and Sunday were a good start, though they were slightly cool and a bit breezy each day. And while today will be the one day out of that 10-day stretch in which a bit of moisture moves through the Annapolis area with some light rain and maybe even some snowflakes this morning, possibly the last flakes of this winter season, the rest of this week all the way through the weekend should be dry and mostly sunny the whole time, with temps steadily increasing into the 55 to 65 degree range by Thursday and staying that way through Sunday. So let's just get through today, and then the reward will be a nice stretch of sunny, dry weather. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching for DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores, and also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and on our website at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Hey everyone, it's Lieutenant Krause from the Annapolis Police Department. Our spring fling to benefit the APD Scholarship Fund is Wednesday the 20th at the Market House on City Dock. It's a great party for even a better cause, helping our teens. If you missed out on a croquet ticket, we got them on our silent auction and the very last tailgate space too. All money raised goes directly to the scholarship fund. Live music, cool prizes, great food from 7 Annapolis eateries. Tickets for the Spring Fling are on sale now at Eventbrite.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.